In last week's discussion, we were taking a look at print-based materials that then refer you to a website for more detail or more information. And we got a fantastic variety of everything from a specific event to an organization to advertising campaigns like the one you see on screen to even just straight up marketing and materials that we receive almost in catalog form or sales flyer form. And I really loved having that wide variety. There were three main points that kind of came out of last week's discussion. Some were a little more overt than others, but the first one was that of branding or lack thereof. So on screen we have the example of the four main types of car seats for children and picking the right seat for your child. It does a fantastic example of having a cohesive branding and theme between the billboard that was visible on the side of the highway and the website that you were then referred to. Some of the others were great examples of lack of branding in that the flyer that you found was completely unrelated to the web presence. But that also kind of gets at this idea of level of detail and purpose. So in the case of the car seats, you can see how very succinct the information is. What you see on the right wouldn't do well for a billboard or a print-based flyer, but it's fantastic as a website and just gives you enough detail and purpose to get you to the root of why you're there. There were some others where you really didn't know what was going on, and either the detail was too much or disorganized, or the design was outdated. That was another thing that we came across, conversations about what the design looked like. And then also ease of access. And again, this is why I targeted the seatbelt and car seat billboard, because it did a great job of illustrating every point we wanted to make. Ease of access. The URL was very short and easy to remember. And when you're looking and thinking about print-based materials, you don't always have the opportunity as the viewer to grab that piece of paper and take it with you. Now, if it's something you get in the mail, yeah, you can type in the address. But even then, ease of access is super important because typos happen, especially if you're on a mobile device and you're using your fingers and you're tapping away and you end up hitting the key next to the key you wanted. We all do that pretty often, I'm sure. So having that ease of access was very important. And one of you even commented on the tuxedo advertisement for the formal wear, how the print-based led you to the website, but also had a QR code to download an app to build your perfect tux. So it was very interesting to see the different mediums and different types of media that were being called upon in this exercise. So great job with last week's discussion. And with that, you have finished the content for this class. Congratulations, give yourself a pat on the back. Now it's time to take a deep breath and just work on getting this final project done and getting your portfolios cleaned up for grading. So let's take a look at this week. Use the on-screen navigation to access another section of this week's overview.